Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Indiana Association for College Admission Counseling Virtual College Fair. Thank you so much for joining us. We are really excited you are here. My name is Catherine, and I'll be your facilitator for this session. Before we get started, we do have a few housekeeping items to note. First, your camera and microphone are off. You are muted and your video is off. The panelists can't see or hear you. If you have any questions at all, feel free to use the Q&A button to type in your questions to the presenters at any time. They are here, ready and available to answer your questions. This is one of many college presentations being offered, so feel free to check out the schedule on the website. And lastly, all sessions are being recorded, including this one, and will be available at strivescan.com/Indiana. Again, that's strivescan.com/Indiana. We are currently in session B1, where my mouse is circling at the moment. And this is also the same order of presentations. So without further ado, I'll get out of the way and introduce our first representative from Iowa State University.
All right, hello and good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for being here with us. My name is Emily Ingeman, and I am a regional representative with Iowa State University, and I'm happy to be sharing more information about how you can create your adventure at Iowa State. To start out, let's get us situated in location. So I'll just pull up the map here in my next slide. Iowa State University is a large public land grant research institution located in Ames, Iowa. As you can see, we're very centrally located to the state. We're about 35 to 40 minutes north of Des Moines. So that makes it a very convenient link if you're flying over from Indianapolis, or about a 7.5 to 8 hour drive. Our location is definitely wonderful. Ames is a highly ranked college town where you'll have a wonderful experience. And as you can see, we're really centrally located in the upper Midwest, which allows for a lot of great connections with internships, co-ops, and post-grad opportunities for all of our cyclones. Speaking of cyclones, let's get acquainted with some of the numbers and some of your fellow adventurers at Iowa State University. In total, we have just about 31,000 students total, and of that, about 26,000 are our undergraduate students. You would be definitely in great company with other students coming from out of state. About 44% of our students do come from outside of Iowa. So you are certainly bound to meet other students from Indiana, as well as students from all across the country and the world. Students do come from all 50 states and about 109 different countries outside of the US. While you're here at Iowa State, you're going to take advantage of our wonderful academics and research and opportunities that we have. There are over 100 programs of study for you to choose from, and we really celebrate that variety in the spirit of innovation that's here at Iowa State University. On the student club side of things, we have a tremendous variety with over 900 student clubs and organizations, so certainly something to suit every interest and every background that you might bring to your adventure at Iowa State. Some other great numbers to be aware of are that 83% of our students do receive financial aid. We do have generous merit awards available for out-of-state students. And also 95% of our students are employed or in graduate school within 6 months of leaving Iowa State. So we have a very strong emphasis and preparation on our career services that will get you on to your next goal after Iowa State. We'll take a moment here then to talk a little bit more about the academic offerings at Iowa State. When we look at the overall university, that's kind of the umbrella, and then you would find your home within one of our 6 undergraduate colleges. Starting over on the left side, I'll just give you a little flavor of some of the popular programs in each area. In the College of Agriculture and Life Sciences, we have great programs in agronomy and horticulture, among others. The Ivy College of Business has some 11 programs, everything from actuarial science, to supply chain management. College of Design is home to our 5-year accredited, well-renowned architecture program. And then the College of Engineering is a very popular area at Iowa State. We're very well known for our excellence in engineering, and there are 14 different varieties for you to choose from. In the College of Human Sciences, you'll find everything from education to dietetics and kinesiology. And the College of Liberal Arts and Sciences is home to actually about half of our 100 majors, with everything from computer science to psychology and history. I'll just show this very briefly. This is our full list of majors, but I certainly encourage you to visit iac.edu to explore more of the majors that we have. Moving a little bit more then into life outside of the classroom. It's a very exciting and vibrant campus, and also one of the top 5 most beautiful college campuses in the US. So definitely come check us out. You're able to live on campus or off, or be a part of our vibrant fraternity and sorority life. Overall, 95% of our freshman students do live on campus, but it's actually not a requirement for you. But certainly while you're on campus and in the heart of the action, we also are going to make sure that you're well cared for, that you have everything that you need with dining, wellness activities. So we have our 3 large recreation facilities and 24 in total campus dining locations, everything from your great coffee to food trucks and traditional dining centers. Finally, I'll just talk very briefly about how do you actually get to Iowa State. So this is going to be the minimum course requirement preparation that we're going to be looking for future cyclones to have. So you can see our 4 years of English, 3 years of science and math, and 2 years of social studies, along with some additional requirements if you're looking to join the College of Liberal Arts and Sciences or the College of Engineering. So just look to have that in your high school preparation before applying to Iowa State. Finally, then I'll just briefly show this slide covering the Regent Admission Index. So this is what we're going to use at Iowa State to determine admissibility. As you can see, it is essentially just going to be a formula of your ACT, your SAT composite, your high school GPA, and the number of years of core coursework completed in high school. If you run through that calculation and score a 245 or higher, you're able to be automatically admitted to Iowa State. And if you're below that rank, we're just going to look more specifically at your an individual review of your background. And then another side note, just of course, for this current year, is that we are test optional for this coming fall, for fall 2022 students. So you are perfectly eligible and able to apply without that test score. So I'll just skip ahead then to our very last slide, just to talk about some of those main highlights again, to choose your adventure at Iowa State, to choose the Cyclone experience. We have some excellent top-rated academic programs, direct admit into your college, so you don't have to worry about getting into your specific program later on. And of course, we're a member of the Big 12 Athletics Conference, so we have that great Cyclone spirit and energy on campus. All right, so that brings us to the end of my time. You can find contact information here. Definitely glad to share information with you, and thanks a lot. Go Cyclones.
Great, thank you. The next representative is from Webster University.
All right, hello everybody. Andrew Lowy here at Webster University, and we're happy to take some time to walk you through some of the highlights of Webster. We are located in Webster Groves, Missouri, which is a residential suburb of St. Louis. So depending on what part of Indiana you're coming from, anywhere from say about 3 hours to maybe 6 hours or so, 4 hours from the Indianapolis area. So smaller university, about 2,400 full-time students. No large lecture halls. Our classes, in fact, are capped at 25 students. We have over 100 different majors in 5 colleges and schools. I'll talk about that a little bit. Lots going on in the fine arts and communications, and some amazing study abroad programs as well too, which we'll hit on. So here's our admissions information. We are on rolling admissions, which just simply means we process the applications as they come in. So there's no hard deadlines, but we certainly prefer January 1st. We are test optional this year, and probably moving forward, that's going to stay a permanent policy. Kind of a moderately selective school. This gives you an idea of kind of what the mid-range, the mid 50% of the incoming freshman class is. Our overall acceptance rate is 78%. If you are going into art, dance, music, and theater, you do have a secondary process that you have to complete. You have to do either a portfolio review or an audition for specific acceptance into those programs. Here's some of the programs that we do offer. This is our College of Arts and Sciences. Some people refer to this as the liberal arts or the humanities, perhaps. So this is where your science classes are, your criminology, English, your foreign languages, wonderful program in international human rights, all the pre-professionals, so like your pre-med, pre-dentistry, are all going to live in the College of Arts and Sciences there, as well as programs like philosophy, legal studies, political science, kind of all those majors you would expect a comprehensive university to have. Those are going to be found in our College of Arts and Sciences. We have our College of Fine Arts, which I mentioned. This is extremely comprehensive here. You can see all of these are actual majors within our College of Fine Arts. So comprehensive programs in art, actual majors in things like illustration and printmaking and sculpture. The dance program is doing everything from traditional ballet to aerial work. And then we have music and theater. So these are all actual majors in terms of costume and wig and makeup design and scene design. So, and then a performance-oriented music program as well too. So that's a very comprehensive program. And each of these majors do require an audition or portfolio review for specific acceptance into those programs. We also have our School of Communications, which again is very, very broad and very, very comprehensive. This is where you're going to find animation, film, TV, and video production. Video game design is here, script writing, sound recording, and engineering. All of these majors are related to one another, as you might imagine. And also, most importantly, we've had a lot of these programs for a long time. We've had our film program for over 40 years. We've had our animation program for 25 years, video game design for about 6 years. So, and the best part about these programs is you do get into these majors right away. You do not have to take just general classes for 2 years. You'd be an animation major immediately. You'd be a script writing major immediately, sports communication major immediately. So again, the idea is that you are in this major right away, getting to use the equipment and making sure you're having that experience immediately here. Also wanted to talk about study abroad. Our study abroad program is very strong. You can study abroad as early as second semester your freshman year. You can see that we have a variety of opportunities that you can take advantage of. The nice part is that when you go to most of these campuses, you're still at Webster, so you're not having to, transfer, grading scales. You keep your scholarships and financial aid. You're paying in dollars, So again, it all works very well. And if that wasn't enough, we're actually going to pay for your airfare too to go abroad. That's how much we want you to take advantage of study abroad. Over a third of our students will actually study abroad at some point during their Webster experience here. So we really do encourage you to take advantage of that. Here's the admission, our tuition, fees, and scholarships. There is no in-state, out-of-state tuition for Webster. Also for all students from Indiana, just by virtue of living in Indiana, we have a program called the Midwest Student Exchange, where you can receive a scholarship for $2,850. That would be on top of any academic scholarship that you would receive. And so those scholarships go from $13,000 to $19,000. We have a leadership scholarship available, and then we also have a full tuition scholarship available. So lots of financial aid opportunities that are out there that are available to you. So we definitely want to make it affordable for you to come to Webster. So that's something you're going to want to take advantage of. So a couple of examples of what our alumni are doing: recording engineers. We have a former space shuttle commander, people working in the film and television industry that are doing those types of things out in Hollywood and other places. That's Leah. She works for Walt Disney Studios. We actually have several graduates that are working for Disney. We have Broadway actors. Alex is the Late Show director for the Late Show with Seth Meyers. So a lot of people that are actually doing stuff in the world, in the actual real world, having tremendous experience and realizing tremendous growth and positive careers that are resulting from their experience here at Webster. So we're really happy about that. This is my last slide. I really like this slide because it gives you an idea of kind of what Webster students are. Any of us on the panel here will tell you that fit is really, really important when choosing a college. This is kind of who we are here at Webster. So I love this slide because it gives you an idea of who we are. And oh, by the way, those really are our residence halls in the background. This isn't a stock photo. That's what they look like. They're really nice. There's my contact information. Love to have you contact me anytime with questions. I work with students from Indiana. So let me know and enjoy the rest of the presentations.
Great, thank you so much. So much great information. Just a friendly reminder that if anyone has any questions at all, to feel free to submit those using the Q&A button. Any questions you have about the college application process, or if you have a specific question for a school, to submit those at this time. Again, you can do it throughout the presentation. So We will jump over to our next representative from St. Louis University.
Hey, good afternoon, everyone. We're actually pretty close by Webster University. I actually live right in Webster Grove, so it is a fantastic city to live in. So on the flip side, we are St. Louis University. So we're the oldest university west of the Mississippi. We've been around since 1818. And my name is Richard Brown. I'm one of the admission counselors here. So I serve the entire territory of Indiana. So I'll be with you from the beginning. We're also your financial aid counselor. So I will be with you until the very end as well. But who is St. Louis University? So to start off, we are a Catholic Jesuit university, which basically means that we're associated with the Jesuit Order of Catholic Priests within the Catholic Church. Even more specifically, we really follow their philosophy on education. So the Jesuits' philosophy on education is cura personalis, which basically means care for the whole person. So we want to make sure that you grow as a person that is for and with others. And one of the biggest ways that our students express this throughout their time here at SLU is by giving back to the community. And there are tons of different options for them in every organization, every major that they belong to give back to the community. So on average, our students get back about 2 million hours of community service per year, either within their programs or just on their own throughout the St. Louis area. So it is just a really important part of who we are as SLU. That being said, you do not have to be Catholic to go here. Only about 45% of our students are. We're just really well equipped to support you if you want to continue to grow within your Catholic faith. So a little bit of a screenshot of who SLU is. So we're about a mid-sized institution, 7,800 undergraduate students at any given time on campus. Combine that with our PhD students, our med students, and our law students, and other non-traditional students, that puts us about 12,300. So now we do have 2 campuses, one located right downtown St. Louis. So if you go onto Laclede, which is a road that's right on our campus, you can actually see the arch from campus. It really is beautiful. But something that's a little unique is we actually have a second university campus located right downtown Madrid, Spain. So that's the first U.S. degree granting institution in Europe that was opened way back in 1967. So an extremely popular place for our students to go and study abroad, or to just go there all 4 years if that's something they want to do while still obtaining a U.S. degree. So we're also, even though the name of our university is St. Louis University, 65% of our students come from outside of Missouri. So we are an international institution, consistently pulling from all over the world, all over the country. So it's not just going to be St. Louisans that you're going to be meeting here. It's going to be everybody. And just because we're a mid-sized institution doesn't mean you're not going to get some of that small university feel. So our average class size is about 26. And something I'm really proud of is our faculty to student ratio is 9-to-1. So it's really, really important to us that you're not just a number, especially to me as your admission counselor. I want to get to know who you are as a student, and your faculty members feel the exact same way. But then some of the perks of a larger institution. So 99% of our tenured faculty members do hold the highest degree possible in their field. It basically means that there is a doctorate, they have it, they're experts in their field, continuously doing research. We're also the only D1 school in the city of St. Louis. So we have 18 different D1 sports. And if that's something that you're not a D1 athlete, but you still want to get involved, we also have a wide variety of intramural programs, anywhere from flag football to water polo, all the way over to a chili cooking competition in the winter. So it really is a dynamic group of different intramural activities you can be a part of, including 167 different student organizations. This number every year that I give it seems to be growing every year as students come and find more interest, and then found clubs with other students on campus to kind of be a part of. So now the different academic programs that we offer a wide variety of academic programs, over 90, not to mention the minors and concentrations that you're going to have during your time here. All of our programs, actually, like the last institution, are direct admit. So that means you're going to be in those programs from the very beginning. And I always like to talk about the 3 programs that are direct admit only. So we have a physical therapy program, which is a 6-year doctoral program. The first 4 years, you're here getting your athletic science degree, and then you stay here for 2 more years to become a doctor of physical therapy. We also have a 5-year occupational therapy master's program, and then our 4-year nursing program. Those 3 you can only get into your freshman year, just because of how rigorous and competitive those programs are. But every other program, you're going to start taking your major related courses that very first year. And then one of the things that I'm really passionate about is still deciding students, the students who may not know exactly what they want to do, but they know they want to further their education. So not only do we have a campus-wide or university-wide still deciding option, where you take a wide variety of classes from every college, but every one of our colleges within the university also has a still deciding option within that college. So if you know you want to pursue engineering, but you're not sure which type, you can still go and pursue engineering and then take a wide variety of engineering courses. Obviously, the only one that does not have that is the School of Nursing, because there's only one degree path to look at in the School of Nursing, and that is our nursing program. So jumping right on into what you have to do to apply, we accept both our application on slu.edu/apply or the Common App. Both are free, and we accept both readily. There's no preference over one or the other. Just like every university here, we're going to need an official transcript from a school official. If you're an international student, we do require an English proficiency exam. Thankfully, one of the silver linings of COVID is the number of English proficiency exams that we're accepting has skyrocketed. So basically, you kind of communicate with us what you want, and that's what we're going to do. Also, some letters of recommendation, resume, and an interview. And then we have gone test optional for the next 2 years. We've also switched over to an early decision, early action, regular decision admission path. So basically, depending on when you want to find out how serious SLU is for you as an institution, that would be the path that you would go down when you go to apply to St. Louis University. But I will go ahead and wrap up here. I'll put some of my contact information in the chat if you have any questions, and thank you so much for listening.
Thank you for sharing. Again, very helpful, so thank you. Our next representative is from the University of Iowa.
All right, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Marcus Phillips, Associate Director for Outreach and Recruitment here at the University of Iowa. Happy to be here this evening to chat with you about the university. We are located in Iowa City, Iowa, which is in the southeastern corridor of the state of Iowa. It's about a 3.5-hour straight drive actually to the northwest part of Indiana, and about a 5.5-hour drive to the Indianapolis area. At the first screen, as you can see right in the middle of the screen, the old Capitol building with the gold dome on the top, and those 4 surrounding buildings make up our Pentacrest, which is the main hub of our campus. Our campus is organized as the east side and west side of campus. The area below the Iowa River is the east side of campus, which is primarily undergraduate education. So about 90% of your time will be spent as an undergraduate on the east side of campus. From that gold dome to pretty much all of your undergraduate courses or classes, it's about a 5 to 10 minute walk. So the campus is much smaller than what it appears. The area situated above the Iowa River is considered the athletic campus, the medical campus, which is very important for our undergraduate students. There's a massive University of Iowa hospitals and clinic system. There's a veterans hospital. There's a children's hospital as well. The University of Iowa hospitals and clinics is our largest employer of our student body. So for those students who want to go into the health sciences, it's just a great way to connect with the health professionals, whether it's through a work opportunity, whether it's through research or volunteer opportunity. So it's a great way to get connected to our campus for our undergraduate students. And right across the street from our campus is downtown Iowa City. What's unique about Iowa City is we are one of 3 cities of literature. So if you're into writing, if you're into poetry, it's a great place to be. Quite a few authors live in our city as well. A very creative, fun, and cultural type of college town. So if you're interested into the culture and the arts, it's a great place to be as well. Just to give you an idea of our student profile, a little bit under 32,000 total students, about 23,000 undergraduate students, all 50 states, 97 countries. A little bit more, over 50% of our students are from Iowa. The rest are from out of state. We have about 21% minority students and about 21%, 22% first generation students as well. We typically bring in about 4,500 to 4,600 students, and then there's average GPA and test score as well. We are a highly ranked institution. We are the state's flagship institution. We have a 15-to-1 student faculty ratio. That does allow our students to get to know the professors on a first name basis as well. We are a tier 1 research institution, meaning that every single department on our campus is conducting research. It's just not limited to the health sciences. We also have a dedicated department for undergraduate students who want to conduct research here at the University of Iowa. We have 200 areas of study, so there's a lot to choose from. Our largest group, actually, believe it or not, are students who come in undecided or open major, so about 20% of our students come in that way. which bodes well for our institution since we are the state's liberal arts institution. It does allow students to the first 2 years to kind of explore a little bit without losing time and still be able to graduate within 4 years. The way our curriculum is set up does allow for students to double major or major and minor. And so we have quite a few students who actually do that here at our institution. One great thing about the University of Iowa is just our campus life. Obviously, academics is first and foremost, but we really encourage our students to get involved outside of the classroom, whether it's through student organizations, whether it's through performing arts, intramurals, or just capturing a game. As you can see on the screen, this is a picture of one of our Hawkeye football games. Our first home game is this Saturday against Indiana, so we're hoping for this big win. But to the left is the University of Iowa Children's Hospital, and one of our unique traditions is the Iowa Wave, where after the first quarter, everyone in the stands, including our opposing fans and opposing team, will turn around and wave at those little kiddos on the top floor at the University of Iowa Children's Families Hospital, and they'll wave back. And it's just such a awesome tradition. And this was something that wasn't created from our marketing team. It was actually from a fan who thought it'd be a nice gesture just to wave and show our recognition of those cancer patients. And so it has caught on like wildfire, and a few years back and one of the best traditions in the US. And so that's just an example of the type of community that you'll find here in Iowa City. We are test optional this year, and so students can apply through our institutional app, through the Common application or the Coalition application. We do have a November 1st early action deadline. And so you can actually, pretty much like our colleagues over at Iowa State, we use a formula for admission. We look at your test scores, ACT or SAT, there's no preference. I know for our institution, we do not include the super score for the formula. We also look at your GPA, whether it's weighted or unweighted. And then we look at the number of core courses that you completed by the time you graduate from high school. And it generates a score, a region admission index score. And so if you're from the state of Indiana, you'll need a 255 admission for general admission. We do have some direct admit programs. So our College of Nursing, Public Health, Education, Business and Engineering will have a little bit more requirements in order to get admitted directly out of high school. We do encourage students to apply. Our application is open right now. And so once you apply, you will be notified within 2 to 3 weeks of a decision. And so if you have any questions, here's our contact information. Highly encourage you to check out our social media site, and so you can get a kind of a life of what's going on for Iowa University students. Thank you.
All righty. Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Cade Russo. I'm an admissions representative here at the University of Wyoming, and I'm going to be talking to you today about the University of Wyoming and the fact that the world needs more cowboys. So, where is the University of Wyoming? Well, we are located in Laramie, Wyoming, about 2 hours north of Denver, Colorado, in southeastern Wyoming, really in the heart of the Rocky Mountain West. Laramie is a town of about 30,000 people. We are really the only four-year institution in Wyoming, so Laramie is an absolutely fantastic small college town. We've been ranked the #1 small college town in the entire nation as well, and really supportive community to go to school in. Some cool facts about the University of Wyoming. We've got 11,829 students that currently call the University of Wyoming home. About 10,000 of that is going to be your undergraduate student population. We were quite proud of our 14-to-1 student faculty ratio rate. We really pride ourselves on really allowing and providing that interpersonal relationship within the classroom between students and professors. 90% of our classes here at UW are actually taught by professors, something that we really pride ourselves on as well as the size of our classes. We really try and keep those average class sizes down to about 30. Again, the smaller, more intimate classroom environment is really what we pride ourselves on. And then something that I think that we are all proud about here at the University of Wyoming is that nearly 80% of our graduates last year, even during the pandemic, were in grad school or had a job 6 months after graduation. We're concerned about that. We want to make sure that, when you become a student at the University of Wyoming, not only are you leaving with a meaningful degree, but you've got the future in mind as well. Looking at our student body is represented by all 50 states in more than 90 different countries. Currently, though, it is broken down into about 57% in-state versus 43% out-of-state students. And then the other cool thing about our student body is that 95% of students here at the University of Wyoming receive scholarships or financial aid, which is an absolutely amazing feat as well. So Wyoming, there's a lot of cool things about our university. Being that we are the only four-year university in the state of Wyoming, we have that really amazing close-knit community. We really strive to provide our students with the genuine, transparent, authentic experience, both in the community of Laramie, but also on campus. We have a very great campus support structure. The other aspect of community is going to be our very strong alumni network of over 140,000 members strong across the state of Wyoming, but also worldwide. These are connections for you guys as students when you do enter into looking for internships and jobs post and pre-graduation. Some other cool things about Laramie is that we're 20 minutes away from top tier climbing. 2.9 million acres of national forest really surround Laramie. So we have absolutely amazing world-class outdoor opportunities. We're 30 minutes away from skiing and snow sports, affordable skiing and snow sports. That's something that doesn't go in the same sentence too often. And then 15 minutes away from over 100 plus miles of biking, climbing, hiking, all sorts of different bike trails as well. We really, want our students to access the outdoors as much as possible. So you would be hard pressed to find a school in the West with more pride and passion behind it than the University of Wyoming. Whether it be the Division I athletics that we've got 17 of those. Whether it be the club sports, the intramural sports, our Greek system, we have absolutely amazing fine arts, and then over 300 plus clubs and organizations for our students to really take part in. Student government really is active on campus as well, and then really going back to that love and loyalty. So many amazing things to be proud about here at our institution and for our students to be really a part of as well. When it comes down to majors and programs of study at the University of Wyoming, we got over 200 different areas of study, ranging everything from accounting all the way down to zoology. Double major and minor options certainly are available, as well as our honors college where you're actually graduating with a minor in honors. All of our programs are absolutely fantastic. We've got top ranked programs throughout this entire university, whether it be our School of Engineering, whether it be nursing, whether it be education, whether it be business, all sorts of different opportunities for our student in top ranked program. We also have the largest public endowment of any four-year institution in the nation, which makes really a world-class study abroad program here in Laramie. International as well as domestic opportunities are worldwide, over 400 sites for our students to go into. Absolutely fantastic opportunities here in Laramie for studying abroad. So what does it take to become a cowboy or a cowgirl? Well, 3 very, very easy steps. Apply to the University of Wyoming, submit a $40 application fee, and then submit required documents. You can apply directly through our website or through the common application. We are looking for completion of our admissions requirements. So that is going to be a 4 years of English, math, science, 3 years of social science, and then 4 years of additional coursework. There are no essays required, no letters of recommendation, no resumes. As long as you meet our admissions requirements, you are good to go at the University of Wyoming. We also have mail support, so if you fall within this category up here, you are good to go, as well as we do have transfer admission 2.0, 12 transferable credit hours is what we're looking for, and then additional documents. We're looking for any MMR immunization records as well. So absolutely fantastic scholarships for our out-of-state students coming from Indiana, whether it be the Child of Alumni benefit or the Brown and Gold commitment. Really, really awesome opportunities. This is our Brown and Gold commitments. This would be your main out-of-state scholarship at the University of Wyoming. We're looking at that high school unweighted GPA and then an ACT, SAT score to really find that. Look at that online for more information. And then we would absolutely love to have you visit the University of Wyoming campus and go Pokes. Thank you much. Bye-bye.
Our last representative, but certainly not least, is from Virginia Tech. You're on mute. Sorry.
Sorry about that. So let me start over. Good evening, everyone. My name is Tyler Wertman, and I am an admissions counselor for the undergraduate admissions at Virginia Tech. So we'll get started here. If you don't know where Virginia Tech is located in the southwest region of Virginia. So the main campus is located right in the beautiful town of Blacksburg, Virginia. Virginia Tech is dedicated to its motto, which is Ut Prosim. Ut Prosim is Latin for that I may serve. We are a university that is centered around service and serving others. Virginia Tech was founded in 1872 as a land-grant institution that enhances the quality of life by giving higher education back to those who couldn't afford it or have access to it elsewhere. This mission continues to this day since the beginning of the founding of the university. So our mission as a university is giving back to the surrounding areas wherever and however we can through education. At Virginia Tech, we offer over 100 majors to choose from. When you do apply to the university, you apply straight into a major at Virginia Tech. So we like to say that a major matters at Virginia Tech. We have 8 undergraduate colleges, the College of Agriculture and Life Sciences, Architecture and Urban Studies, Engineering, Liberal Arts and Human Sciences, Natural Resources and Environment, the Pamplin College of Business, Science, University Studies, as well as two professional schools, which are the Carilion School of Medicine and the Virginia Maryland College of Veterinary Medicine. Virginia Tech is the largest research institution in Virginia with opportunities for undergraduate research. So this is just one of many ways students at Virginia Tech serve the university and the surrounding communities. So our application to apply is open. We offer 2 different options to choose from when you apply to the university, one being the Coalition and the other being the Common App. We do not have a preference which of the 2 you use to apply. Just choose one and stick with it. The one thing to point out for this year is that we are test optional. So students don't have to submit any SATs or ACT scores if they choose not to. So you may be wondering, thinking about when are these deadlines? So list here shows that all the deadlines, but I'm only going to highlight the early action. So I recommend applying to the early action part, and that deadline is December 1st. So make sure that get your application in by then. At Virginia Tech, we offer both merit and need-based scholarships for students. We recommend all students to apply for the FAFSA beginning October 1st, and then getting that financial aid completed by the January 22nd. So here's a breakdown of the cost to attend Virginia Tech for in-state versus out-state. For in-state tuition and fees, it's $14,175. With room and board, $9,876, which totals out to $24,051. For out-of-state, tuition and fees is $33,857. Room and board, $9,876, which totals out to $43,733. So why Virginia Tech? Virginia Tech has an 86% graduation rate, which compares to this national average 62%. 82% of undergraduate students are employed or pursuing further education within the 6 months of graduation from Virginia Tech. And when students graduate, the median starting salary is $64,500 a year. And Virginia Tech has over 90% retention rate from first year to second year. So lastly, you can follow us on social media. You can find us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and our brand new TikTok account. So follow us for some cool and fun updates about what is happening all at Virginia Tech. So thank you.
Great, thank you. All great information from all our representatives, and so we really appreciate their time. We do have a few minutes left, and so we are going to now pivot into our Q&A portion of this session. And so I invite all our representatives to please turn on their cameras to get ready to unmute themselves. And our first question here is, what advice would you give someone going through the college search process? Again, what advice would you give someone going through the college search process? And we'll go ahead and get started in the same order in which you all presented it.
All right, that means me. Thank you, Catherine. All right, I think my advice for students in the college search sounds general at first, but I'll make it more specific, which would be to kind of keep an open mind. And by that, I do kind of mean in regards to the types of institutions and really the world opportunities that are out there. So I think students can kind of think about that small band of really, really, really selective Ivy Leagues and everything else like that as being like the only colleges that might allow you to be successful. But there are so many wonderful colleges and universities out there that can offer many different paths to success in your future. So don't, write off whole bands or types of colleges, just thinking that only very, very small echelon is where you're going to be able to be successful. Because if you find the right fit, the right institution for you, you're going to be successful no matter what. So just keep an open mind to those types, public, private, large, small, and find a little bit of flavor of all of them.
Okay, so my piece of advice would be, be sure you ask around to anybody that you know of that attended college and ask them what their advice would be and ask them what their recommendations might be for a college that you're considering. So tell them maybe what you're interested in, where you want to study, if you want to be close to home, far away, and then see what they would recommend. So friends, neighbors, your parents know people at work, your teachers, your high school teachers, they went to college somewhere. Ask them where they went. Did they like it? Was it a good experience? Do they think you would enjoy it? So word of mouth, like most important decisions in life, can be very beneficial. So don't forget to ask around, and eventually patterns will start to emerge in terms of what type of school you should look for. So definitely take advantage by asking the adults in your life where they went to college and if they have recommendations for you.
Now you can hear me. To pivot a little bit, I would say, unless you're going for a very specific, very competitive program, focus more on the career path you want to take and much less on the major that you want to take. So a lot of students get in and they say, I want to go to this major no matter what. Well, talk to some people in that field, talk to faculty members and find out, is there a better path or a different path that you can take? The biggest instance that I can think of, and I know a lot of the counselors will agree, if students want to go to med school, they think I have to go into biology, when I think we've all seen a lot of success with students going maybe non-traditional routes. So focus more on what you want to do with your life rather than exactly what major you want to go into, because there might be some interesting paths that you might never have ever thought of.
My advice would be for students, if you're interested in your particular schools, definitely reach out. Find your admission counselor, right? So pretty much all institutions will have a list of their admission counselor, contact information, the territories that they manage. Obviously, we want you to do the work on your own, go to the website, check out information about the institution. But if you do have questions, don't hesitate to reach out to your admission counselor. As you can see, we all are nice, friendly people, right? We're here to help you and guide you through the admission process. And so if you get stuck or if you're frustrated, we're here to kind of help you and guide you through that process. So don't hesitate to reach out and try to reach out on your own. Maybe have your parent next to you, not necessarily having your parent doing a calling for you. And so that's my advice.
I would advise to really push yourself outside of your comfort zone. If you're looking at, you've got some schools that you're looking at, really expand your horizon and really then pick apart, what did I enjoy about this school versus the other? Because at the end of the day, it is your college experience. It's not your parents, it's not your friends, it's not your brother or sisters, it is yours. So remember that and stay true to yourself, but really push yourself and really broaden your horizons.
Yeah, my advice would be very similar to some of what my colleagues have already said. Staying true to yourself and really having an open mind. But one of the things that we look for at Virginia Tech is, hearing about your story, telling your story. And so we really want to see, who you are as a person. So being true to yourself and sharing that with us and showing who you are as a person.
All great advice. Thank you so much. I always say it's always helpful to hear directly from admission representatives to share great advice, working with students and seeing what the process is like. So really helpful. We'll see if we can try to get to one more. So we'll do this one more rapid fire. And so the next question here is, what is one thing you want students to remember about your school? Again, what is one thing you want students to remember about your school?
Okay, I would say Iowa State, huge home for innovation, science, and technology. So anything in those fields, Iowa State's going to be the great home for you.
I would say it for Webster University. We want you to be yourself. Okay, you do you. You listen to the kind of music you want to listen to. You dress the way you want to dress. You're interested in the stuff you're interested in. That's cool with us. Okay, we want you to be yourself. We love students who enjoy being themselves. So be yourself.
Yeah, so here at SLU, basically, one thing we want to remember is, since we are right in the heart of St. Louis, there's a lot of student action that takes place on campus, whether that means peaceful protests, sit-ins, and everything. And students are extremely active right here on our campus, kind of leading the university in that charge. So if that's the sort of student that you want to be, I think that's something that's really special about SLU.
For the University of Iowa is really if you want to be part of a genuine community. So not only within the institution, but within the Iowa City community at large. So genuine community.
Western experience with all the outdoor opportunities can be found at the University of Wyoming, as well as the world-class educational experience. Gotta hit that.
For Virginia Tech, Hokie, being a Hokie and a Hokie bird, that's something unique to us as being a Hokie.
That was impressive. Thank you. Great. Just all great information and really, really helpful. So thank you so much to our admission representatives for being here, for being insightful. And again, use them as a resource. They are here to help. And thank you to each of you for joining us. We have now reached the conclusion of this session. As we close, will be a very quick 5-question survey that will appear on your browser. If you don't mind taking a moment to fill that out for us, your feedback is extremely helpful. This is one of many college presentations being offered, so feel free to check out the website for the schedule of more sessions, upcoming sessions. And lastly, this session is being recorded along with many others and will be available at strivescan.com/Indiana. Again, that's at strivescan.com/Indiana. Again, thank you all and have a great night.